JJ Sports, what happened? And please welcome your host. His name is, you know who this name is. He's a myth, the legend. His name is Jared, Mr. Both.
What's up, James?
What's up, man?
We have a lot to talk about. Not much has happened in the football world. So this podcast, this episode, I believe it's already episode 16. We've been doing this for
Yeah.
4 months now. We're just gonna do WWE. Nothing has really happened in the football world, so we'll focus on what happened at SmackDown, what happened at Backlash, what happened at Raw, and what's going on going forward.
Mm-hmm.
So first, we're gonna start off with SmackDown. What happened first, James? What happened with SmackDown?
SmackDown. I think.
It was in
I
France,
think.
right?
Yes.
It was in France with Backlash.
Yes.
First, it looks like we had did Bailey. It was Bailey, Naomi, and Bianca versus and Jade versus Damage Control and Tiffany Stratton.
I think so. Yes.
It looks like Damage Control got their last loss on SmackDown before heading to Monday Night Raw.
So it's actually a 6 women tag team match.
I thought it was eight. I thought it was what, 8 women.
Yes.
Bailey, Naomi, Bianca, and Jade versus Damage Control. What the rest of Damage Control? Yeah,
Yes.
Kabuka Warriors and Damage. Or I'm sorry, and
Tiffany Stratton.
yeah, and Tiffany Stratton. So that was their first match preview before Backlash. We won't
Mm-hmm.
obviously ruin any spoilers before, but Bailey, Bianca, and Jade and Naomi
Yep.
did win that match heading into Backlash.
Yep.
Next match was New Catch Republic versus AOP. James, not
Yep.
gonna lie to you, I have no idea who New Catch Republic or AOP is.
So AOP is Authors of Pain.
Authors of Pain. Who's in that?
It is. What was it? Oh, so yes, it
Is it?
is.
It's done.
Yeah, it is. So they won. They beat us Tyler Bay and Pete Dunne.
Oh, Tyler Dunn. Or Pete. You said Pete. Pete who?
Yeah, Pete and Tyler Bay.
Pete Dunn and Tyler Bate. Okay. And then who's AOP?
Akam and Razor.
Okay. Did they have any matches at Backlash or was it just SmackDown?
No, just SmackDown.
SmackDown. And where did they get drafted to? Are they on SmackDown still?
They're on Raw.
They're on Raw now?
Yeah.
Okay. Then winner so AOP won that match.
Yes.
Then after that, we had Nick Aldis was backstage talking with Paul Heyman,
Mm-hmm.
talking about some stuff, talking about
Actually, that's about woman.
was about Roman.
Yeah.
What's going on with Roman, James?
So apparently, Paul Heyman pulled Woman's out the WWE draft.
It was his idea.
Yeah, it was Paul Heyman's idea.
It was Paul Heyman's idea. I
Mm-hmm.
still think something's gonna happen, and it's gonna be inner war. Or sorry, Civil War, Judgment Day. Or no, why do I keep Judgment Day? Bloodline, inner Civil War Bloodline is gonna happen either SummerSlam, probably Survivor Series, because we'll have that 4v4 or 5v5 like we've had the past couple of years. But I
Mhm.
think The Rock's gonna come back during SummerSlam. Roman's gonna come back during SummerSlam, and something crazy is gonna happen at Survivor Series. But that's months away.
Mhm. Yeah, that's crazy.
So after that, we had was it the debut of the RKO show?
Yes.
So again, I didn't watch SmackDown. So what was the RKO show?
The arcade show about Wendy Orton and Kevin Owens brawl with the bloodline with Knight appeared the tag team match at Backlash.
So it's the RKO show. Is this a one-time show, or is this going to be a show that happens a lot on SmackDown?
I think it's going. I think you must see that more often.
More often? So the RKO show, it's obviously RKO is Randy Orton, then KO is Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Um, and who was on the show? Paul Heyman.
Uh, Paul Heyman in the bloodline, Tomatunga and Soskoa.
Okay. Did any fights break out?
Yes, they did.
What happened?
I guess they into a fight back and forth, then they went off screen, and they went after that they went that way. So you
Okay.
see,
Because they fought at Backlash, right?
yeah, they did.
Okay. We'll get to that in a moment after we talk about SmackDown.
Hmm.
And then we had LA Knight versus Angel.
Yeah,
Who's Angel?
tag team. He is tag team.
Tag team. So what's I know we talked about this. We might have talked about this last week, but what's going on with LA Knight? I know months ago he was a main event guy. He was, I believe it may have been Crown Jewel, where he had the match with Roman Reigns for the world
Yes,
title.
it's Conjure last year.
But now LA Knight is kind of a mid card. What's happening
Yeah.
with that?
I don't know because I think that in mid card level, I don't know what's going on with him, but I don't
Do,
know.
do you think he could potentially form a tag team with someone, maybe go after Logan Paul? Because I feel like he needs a title.
Yeah, I think it's got to Logan Paul.
Look, LA Knight has never had a title, right? He's had a title shot, but he's never actually held the title.
Yeah.
Okay. So LA Knight won that match. Then after that, we had WWE Tag Team Championship match. Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, A-Town
Yep.
Down Under, took on the Street Profits.
Guess who won?
Still WWE Tag Team Champions,
Yep.
A-Town Down Under. I'm surprised because I feel like the Street Profits have been around for years now. And have the Street Profits ever been tag team champs?
Yes, they have since NXT
But
days.
have they won it on SmackDown or Raw?
Not recently, but they have winning a title for what?
I'm surprised. I'm surprised they haven't gotten a main card. Like they haven't had a big push yet. I feel like they've been there for a while. They've been there longer than Theory and Grayson Waller have, right?
Yeah.
Because the Street Profits, you said they were champs on NXT. They took over NXT. They came up to the main roster, worked with Bobby Lashley, did their stuff. But I feel like they've been on TV or the main roster for quite some time now. They haven't been getting any big pushes.
Mm-hmm. In the main event of this SmackDown, AJ Styles swept Cody Rhodes one night before their undisputed WWE Championship match at Backlash France.
AJ Styles slapped Cody Rhodes.
Yeah,
Was this like did Cody Rhodes or AJ Styles come out to talk, or was Cody Rhodes out there talking and then AJ came
yeah,
out? Was
yeah,
Cody was in his suit?
yeah.
Did Cody do anything, or did he just slap him and then did AJ slap him and fight him, or did he slap him and walk away?
Just drop him. I think he did Cody Cutter. I think.
Cody Cutter.
Yeah,
Okay. Anything else? You said that was so the main event was the tag team match, and then you had
yeah,
those two talking.
yeah.
Okay. So we already talked, like I said, we just did SmackDown. Let's dive right into Backlash. Before we even talk about Backlash, James, that crowd in France is freaking crazy.
Yes.
What they were doing with Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, singing Randy Orton's song, singing
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes' song. I saw it on TikTok and Twitter, and I was like, these overseas shows are crazy. We need
Mhm.
more shows out of the United States, or the United States needs to step their game up.
Yeah,
Stop
they
just
need
doing
to.
what chants. Whenever a WWE superstar talks, stop doing what? What?
What? What?
Bring the heat. France showed that was probably they showed their stand, their true WWE stands, and they just make American fans look bad.
Hmm.
But first, who kicked off? Who kicked off at Backlash?
Tag team match first.
Was it which tag team titles was it?
It was not titles.
So was it?
Sosa versus Tim Tunga versus Randy Orton and Kevin Owens in a street fight.
Oh, they started it off.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I was watching it. Wasn't
Well,
a
it was we were playing as a tag team match.
it was a regular tag team match, and then
Yeah.
they changed it to the street fight.
Yeah.
Of course, who changed it?
Nick Aldis.
Nick Aldis came out, and
Yeah.
that was when Randy Orton and him and Kevin Owens came out, right? And they started singing.
Yeah.
So why they did they say why they changed it to a street fight? Did they change
Don't
it
know.
before? Wait, did they change it in the middle of the match, or did they change
Yes.
it right before
Yes.
the match started?
But like after what happened, but so they were talk. Nick Aldis said, so what happened was when Kevin Owens did the old thing. The Bloodline attacked damn bad, and Penny they were at it, and Nick Aldis said, "So, it's different to what he said, but so we do here influence street fight. To, what do you want to do?" So yeah, so that's what happened.
So the match started. The Bloodline started to kick Randy Orton and Kevin Owens' ass. They got involved, turned, and it wasn't a regular fight. So then Nick Aldis came out and turned it into a street fight.
Yeah,
Okay, because I saw it on Twitter. I was watching Saturday. It started Saturday morning slash afternoon, and I was watching it, and I was like, "These fans are crazy." And then I was watching the beginning of the match, and I missed some of it. And then the part I missed was they changed it to a street fight. I was like, "They changed it to a street fight." But Solo Sokoa and the Bloodline didn't end up winning, right?
yeah. Guess who shows up?
Oh, so, who showed up?
Tunga Loa, brother of Tama Tunga.
This whole Bloodline scene and situation is I'm just very confused because I feel like they're still trying to keep the bloodline going, but there's no big names.
And I think they might go to a different route. They might have the two, like Jacob two and Zeta two in WWE together.
I saw on I don't know if I saw it on Twitter or TikTok or where, but a lot of people were saying that the two brothers could overtake Solo and because isn't he supposed to be like the main guy of the bloodline for now?
It was Jacob two, but they want to Soshikoa, but I don't know what they're doing. So
Yeah, I heard Jacob Fatu and the other guy, they may take over the bloodline because the fans aren't happy with Solo. They're just gonna push him to the side, and he may be going from the face of the bloodline to the back of the line and be the third man on the totem pole.
yeah.
So what happened in that match? How'd that
Well,
match end?
Uh, so what happened was Tomatunga hit the finisher. Tunga hit roughly on the side on the foot
And then what did they? So for a street fight, can you pin outside the ring, or does it have to happen in the ring?
in the ring.
In the ring. Did anything happen outside the ring, or was everything in the ring?
It's hitting in the ring.
No, so were any chairs, tables, or anything brought out?
Yes, they did. Everything.
So it's basically like a Bloodlines rule kind of match.
Yeah.
Okay. And then who was the next match?
The WWE Women's Championship.
Which was Bailey, Naomi, and Tiffany Stratton.
Hmm.
So I have a question. Triple threat matches, there are no disqualification, correct?
Yes.
And I know this about triple threat matches. the champ does not have to get pinned. Naomi could pin Tiffany. Tiffany could pin Naomi. Bailey could have lost her title without even being pinned. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I find that very interesting that they could lose their titles and not even get pinned. But hey, so who pinned? I know that Bailey did end up winning the match.
Mm-hmm.
Who did Bailey end up pinning? Did she end up
Uh,
pinning Naomi or Tiffany?
uh, they pinned Naomi.
She pinned Naomi.
Yeah.
Did anybody get involved? Did were any weapons used, or was it just a regular triple threat match?
Just regular triple threat match.
Regular triple threat match. So, what do you think is going to happen going forward with not with Bailey?
No, I think they might have a longest WWE Women's Championship.
Okay, I want to give a prediction because all of her beef, everybody, Damage Control left. They're on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Liv Morgan is on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Jade and Bianca are on SmackDown. We'll talk about them later.
Yeah.
And the only other main star that's on SmackDown is Nia. So I could see Nia going after Bailey. Because I don't
At
I go
at
ahead.
uh, at King and Queen.
At King and Queen of the Ring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just because Naomi and Tiffany, I doubt they're gonna continue their beef. If they do, maybe, but I could see definitely Nia coming down the line and fighting Bailey. But everybody's either they already have their feud going or they're on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're gonna see this Friday, tomorrow, we're gonna see Nia Jax could potentially do something with Bailey, or we could see Naomi or Tiffany Stratton. But I wouldn't mind seeing Nia Jax. Even though I'm not a fan, but we could see her.
So the next match is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Damian Priest versus Jey Uso.
Another great intro. Did you see that meeting in France?
Yeah, like this.
It was crazy. The lights and everything. As soon as his music hit, the lights and everything, him just going like this. Everybody going like that. Pat McAfee, he's always going crazy.
Yeah.
So what happened, James? Not the outcome we wanted, but what happened?
So Damian Priest wasn't happy because JD and Finn was out there and tried to screw Damian Priest to lose, but he won and said, "Stay away with my match." And apparently that didn't go that well, and she JD McDonough Pleasant felt for the champion Pleasant, his friend, much like done in the recent weeks. Departure began events against his. The Usos couldn't find a way to put Priest away. To make matters worse, Van Balor helped the champ, allowing Priest to South of Heaven to rank tour.
So Finn Balor was Dom there, or was it just Finn Balor and JD?
The Spinning and JD.
So Finn and JD got involved yet again, and Damian Priest is not happy because he keeps getting in their business.
Mm-hmm.
Did they attack Jay, or did they just try to distract the ref?
Both.
Did did he pin Jay, or did he get disqualified?
He pinned Jay.
He pinned Jay. So they tried to distract the ref. They distracted
Mm-hmm.
the ref, and then they attacked Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We have more to talk about on Raw because the Judgment Day storyline continued more on Raw. I thought the Judgment Day was going to end at Backlash or end on Raw, but I think it's definitely going to end soon. We've already seen Jey Uso have multiple title shots. I think it's about time they end the Judgment Day. Rhea's already hurt. Dom, who knows what is going to happen with him. I've been
I
saying it every episode.
we did part two, baby. We did part two.
Yeah, I think Damian Priest and Finn Balor have to end the Judgment Day, and them two have to have their own beef.
Hmm.
Next up, we're gonna finish Backlash, and then we're gonna head over to part two, and part two will be Raw and WWE going forward.
Yeah.
So next up, we had Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair versus the Kabuki Warriors for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles.
Yeah.
Before we even start, did Dakota Kai or Asuka get involved?
Nope. They didn't show up.
They didn't show up,
Nope.
so it's just a regular tag team match.
Yep.
And as we know, the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair.
Yep. We thought.
My first question for you is, do you think they're going to have a tag team name, or do you think it's going to be Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair?
I think Jade and Bianca Belair for now.
Just Jade and Bianca?
Because I think they might retired the WWE Women's Championship and get a new champion called WWE United States Championship.
Okay. Is that tag team championship?
No, they will retire WWE Women's Tag Team Championship to the WWE Women's United States Championship.
Oh, so they're gonna retire. I heard about that. People are talking about Intercontinental Championship for the women's
On Monday for that.
on Monday, and people are also talking about Intercontinental Championship. So they would retire Bailey or Becky's title.
No, the tag teams.
Oh, the tag teams. Okay. So they'll give them new titles, new names, like they did with
Yeah.
like what they did with A Town Down Under and Awesome
Mhm.
Truth.
Yeah, because no, not tag teams, like singles, like
Oh,
singles.
singles match, not tag team. Okay.
Because
So
I'm getting tired of the women's tag team
yeah,
match because there's nobody to a tag team anymore.
yeah. So what do you think is gonna happen going forward? Because I feel like Kabuki Warriors is on Raw now. Who could be a tag team on SmackDown? There's not Chelsea Green.
Just Green and Papa Niven.
You think they're gonna be the next competitors?
I think so, but that one of them is scheduled this tomorrow night for Queen of the Ring.
Yeah, Friday, this past Raw and tomorrow night, they're having more King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring qualifying matches for the
Yeah.
King of the Ring tournament. Next, wait, before we go to the main event, why didn't Awesome Truth have a match?
Don't know. I guess
They,
him because they knew.
they didn't schedule anything. I
Nope.
feel like they haven't had any beef. I feel like they're waiting because what tag teams are left on Raw? Because we have Awesome Truth, obviously. We have the New Day. We
Mm-hmm.
could have Braun Strowman re-team with Ricochet. Are there any not baby
The
faces? Are there
the
any
the Creed brothers,
the Creed brothers? Okay. Are they bad guys? Are
they're
they
good
heels?
guys. They're good guys.
Do we have any heels that could challenge?
No,
We don't have any
no,
heels.
no.
Okay. I feel like because it's always heel versus babyface, so they gotta have some tag team is gonna turn. Could we see maybe Dom and some combination of if Judgment Day breaks up, could we see some combination of Finn and JD or Finn and Dom or Dom and JD?
Finn and JD.
Maybe. I just feel like they need a baby face, or I'm sorry, they need a heel for a tag team because
Cause I want JD and Finn because I want to be kicked out.
yeah, Dom could go to SmackDown or do whatever with Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
Speak it.
We
I was
we
gonna say, go ahead.
we talk about that later on Raw on
Yeah,
part two.
on part two. And then the main event was the American Nightmare, Cody.
Cody Rhodes
And
versus the phenomenal one, AJ Styles.
yes, that's exactly right. Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles for the WWE Undisputed Championship. And as we all know, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes won.
But I got a question for you. Is Cody Rhodes just keeping the title like a year of the Undisputed WWE Championship?
I think if he loses it, it would be at next year's WrestleMania or maybe right before. It's either going to be Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, or right after WrestleMania, depending on what they do with the inner bloodline. Because could we see Cody versus The Rock? Could we see Cody versus Roman?
I think we'll talk about Cody and Woman in the next part too. But I think we're having Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes WrestleMania 41.
You think that's going to happen?
Yeah, Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes for the Undisputed WWE Championship.
Okay. I think we'll talk about that in part two, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.